Welcome, good evening. It's 8 p.m. on Saturday the 2nd of March 2024. This is my question and answer session regarding my Learn to Line Dance with Richard membership. I am Richard, just in case you didn't know. This is the second question and answer session I've done today. If you've already seen the one from earlier on, you don't need to watch this one as well. I'm going to answer the same questions in fairness, unless anything new comes up. If anything new's popped in, then that's absolutely fine. At the moment, I've got nobody watching. We are live simultaneously across YouTube and Facebook. If it looks like I'm playing tennis, it's because I've got two cameras and I'm going between both of them, so I do apologise about that. One day I'll be able to use one camera and go live in more than one place, but I haven't got that ability at the moment, so I've got two cameras. They're sitting close to each other, but... So there's nobody with us yet, so I'm just going to have a slurp of tea. Oh, I've got one person on YouTube. Good evening, one person on YouTube. Do drop us a comment if you're watching in catch up, or if you're watching live. Do drop us a comment. Let us know who you are and where you're from. Would be good to know. If you've got any questions for me, it is a question and answer session after all. Do drop them in the comments. I've got a couple of questions that have already been asked on Facebook. So I've got a few bits to tell you. I'll answer the questions that have already been asked, and then I'll go through the comments and answer any more questions. So if anything comes up as I'm talking away to myself, if anything comes up, then please do drop them in the comments. So I'm going to make a start. Welcome. I'm Richard from Learn to Line Dance with Richard. We're in our membership door opening period. Oh, Tessa's just joined us on Facebook. Good evening, Tessa. We opened the doors on Thursday just gone, Thursday the 1st of March, no, Friday the 1st of March, and they're open until Thursday the 7th of March, so it's a 7-day door opening period. I did 2 free live events last week. I did a live teach session on Wednesday. I taught 2 dances. I taught Fixing Things, which was a beginner dance, and Cross My Heart, which was an improver dance. And then on Thursday, I did a week 1 absolute beginner taster lesson. So the two events were to launch the doors opening and to show people what it's all about. It's very difficult really to explain the membership without showing them. So I suppose the first question is, if you're joining me live, like I say, do drop me a comment, let me know where you're watching from. Also let me know, have you watched one or both of those taster sessions? The live teachers on Wednesday or the absolute beginner session on Thursday? Do let me know. Would love to know what you thought to it. So the doors are open. Our membership has now been running since November 2023. I had 35 founding members join me back in November, which blew me away. I launched it, I had no idea if anybody was going to join. I got 35 people, which was brilliant. Those 35 people, my founding members, have helped grow and evolve the membership. When we launched, all I had was the live teach session. Each Wednesday, 2 dances, a beginner and an improver. And the founding members have helped me grow and evolve it to give more value, to give them what they wanted. We've introduced various bits over the last 4 months, and I'm sure the membership will continue to grow and evolve as we get bigger and we go forward. So let me tell you a little bit about the membership. The membership is a monthly subscription-based membership. It's £12.50 a month. And now, as of this door opening session, it's kind of split in 2. The original membership is still based on a weekly live teach session. So each Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. GMT/UTC, if you're around the world, I go live. I teach 2 dances. I teach a beginner dance and an improver dance. Within the scope of beginner and within the scope of improver, they might be easy, they might be somewhere in the middle, they might be somewhere at the top, they might be improver plus. Yeah, they vary. So some weeks you might get an easy one, next week you might get a more challenging one. The live teaches, like I say, it's live on a dedicated dance streaming service, but I also, as a backup broadcast, do broadcast directly into our private members Facebook group. Once the broadcast is over, you have catch-up. So if you can't join us at 8:30 on a Wednesday, or if you're going out one week, everything we do is in catch-up. So you can always jump on thereafter. And also, for the life of the membership, for as long as you're with us, for as long as you're paying your membership fee, you have access to those catch-up on-demand videos. So you can go back and recap, revise, pick up things you missed, revise things that you've forgotten. So you have that back catalogue. As we sit here at the moment, you've already got 4 months worth of back catalogue. So I think there's 17 weeks worth of live teachers, 17 beginner dances, 17 improver dances. There is, I think, 2 Blast from the Past sessions, and there will be, as of next week, 3 revision sessions. So all those catch-ups, you've got access to all of them if you join us, plus everything going forward. So the second part of the membership is brand new. I kept getting asking, do you do absolute beginners within your membership? And the answer was no. The YouTube channel, which the membership was really sort of born out of the YouTube channel, when the YouTube channel was created 7 years ago, the whole ethos behind it was absolute beginner and beginner. And in fairness, it was absolute beginner and beginner for the best part of 6.5 years. So this time round, with this door opening session, starting last week with your free taster session, week number 1, I am going to teach a weekly absolute beginner lesson. So with the live teachers, they're one hits. I teach a beginner dance, I teach an improver dance. I don't revisit that the week after. If I was doing real in-person classes, I would, and I do. But because of our time, because of the time we've got together online, I teach it once, and then you can go back and revisit it through the catch-ups. With the absolute beginners, it's going to be aimed at people that have never line danced before, never taken a step. Maybe people that have line danced 20 years ago that have got out of it and have lost their confidence with it. Yeah. So with their session is going to be pre-recorded. So it will go live at 6 p.m. each Thursday. Week number 2 is Thursday the 7th of March. Each week, they get between a 45 and a 55-minute session. We'll see how that settles down. Each week, as of week 2, I will teach a new dance. So the absolute beginner new teach this week coming is Mamma Maria, absolute classic, absolute beginner line dance that every line dancer should know, and by and large they do. So I'll do a full teach of Mamma Mia, and then I'll recap, we'll go through again the dances from week 1. So I did One Step Forward, Electric Slide, and Crazy Postman in week 1. When we get around to week 3, there'll be a new dance. We'll then recap week 2's new dance, Mamma Maria, and then we'll go through One Step Forward, Electric Slide, and Crazy Postman. So each lesson we'll do a new dance, and then we'll recap the dances from previous weeks. Don't know, because it's brand new. We'll see how things evolve, but I reckon we'll probably do each new dance maybe 4 or 5 weeks. So the first week will be the big teach, the second week will be more or less a big teach. Week 3, week 4, there'll be quicker teaching, and then we'll just go around the walls. And then week 5 might be a one wall go. I'll show you it, we'll do it together, and then we'll go with it. So hopefully over those 5 weeks, you'll get those dances in your mind. And then I'll also record a freestyle of each of those dances and put it into a playlist, so you can then just go in and just dance your favourite dances with me on the stage, and you can just dance them. Excuse me, I've got an itchy nose. What does that mean? Is that lucky? Itchy nose? Don't know. Let's say it's lucky. Let's say it's lucky. Everybody that's watching this is going to go over to the website and subscribe. They're all going to come and join my membership. That would be lucky. That's worth an itchy nose. So, membership, live teachers on a Wednesday, absolute beginner. Now, I'm not necessarily expecting any of the members to do both. If they want to, they're more than welcome. If the line dance members want to do the absolute beginner, maybe they've only been line dancing a few years, maybe they never started as an absolute beginner, so maybe all the absolute beginner dances they've never done. So you might want to do both on that basis. I'm definitely not expecting the absolute beginners, those that have never danced before, to jump onto the live teachers. Not yet. Give it a couple of weeks, 6 weeks, maybe 3 months. In time to come, you can. The membership is everything. You get access to everything, so you can use it as you wish. But I'm not expecting, and I almost would go as far as, if you're absolute beginner, if you've just done week 1 and learnt your first 3 dances, don't look at anything else, not yet. Give it good 6 weeks, get some absolute beginner steps, learn what a grapevine is, what a chasse is, what a shuffle is. And then if you want to challenge yourself, then yes, have a look at the beginner dances on the lives. But for the first 6 weeks, absolute beginners, I wouldn't even go there. Within the membership then, as well as the live teachers and the absolute beginner element, we do a monthly Zoom chit chat. So one Friday a month, we on Zoom, we grab cups of tea, gin and tonics, pints of beer, whatever you fancy, and we just chat. We chat about line dancing, we chat about the membership, we chat about my teaching, we chat about how much I go wrong. I will warn you now, I do go wrong quite a bit, but it's fun. None of us are perfect, and it sort of shows I'm human, and going wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. We often get off topic, we chat about puppies and health issues and things, but it's quite good. The Zoom chit chat's quite good for me. I get to meet you all face to face. I see all your names crop up on comments and crop up in the Facebook community, but it's actually nice to meet you face to face, and it's good to me to get some actual instant feedback. We also discuss new ideas, things that people like, things that maybe I can do to evolve the membership, things that people feel would benefit them. From those Zoom chats, two things that came about from my founding members. We decided we'd do a 6 weekly revision session. So on the Live Teachers, I teach 6 beginners, 6 improvers over 6 weeks. At the end of the 6-week block, I put out a vote. The top 2 beginner dances and the top 2 improver dances, we then revise. It's a pre-recorded session, but we revise them. There's lots of people coming up on Facebook. I've just seen Wendy drop in. That's a blast from the past. Good evening, Wendy. If you are watching on YouTube or Facebook, do drop us a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. Would be good to know that. And if you've got any questions regarding our membership, please drop them in the comments and I will answer them towards the end. So yeah, the revision night came from the founding members, and that's going really well. We've done 2, we've got another one penciled in for I think a week's time. But it's just nice, they're recap sessions. You've done the teachers, hopefully you've done a little bit of practicing, so we just do a bit of a recap and then we dance it through. A little bit of a social evening, about an hour, and it's on a Friday night. Again, pre-recorded. If you can't join us when it goes live, you can watch it and catch up whenever you fancy. On the flip side to that, I kept getting asked for old dances, old blasts from the past, the old classics. And I couldn't really find a way of fitting them into the Live Teachers. I can only teach 1 beginner and 1 improver a week, which sounds quite a lot. But over the course of the year, it's 96 dances, and I kept getting requests for, oh, could we do Kill the Spiders? Could we do Wagon Wheel Rock? Could we do The Long Way Home? And they're all brilliant dances, absolutely fantastic dances that still get danced out and about sometimes. Sometimes they are long forgotten. I did Evergreen. If anybody's been dancing about 20 years, in my first Blast from the Past session, I revised Evergreen. Fantastic dance, long forgotten, but well worth bringing back, So yeah, so I'd got all these requests that I couldn't fit into the membership. So we decided we'd do a 6 weekly Blast from the Past session. So again, I pre-record it, I edit it together, and it goes live 7 PM on a set Friday. You can join us live or you can watch it and catch up, and I do 3 classic dances. So that all comes within the membership. Everybody gets access to that. We have a closed Facebook group. We've actually now got 2. So the main closed Facebook group is for all members. Anybody that joins, anybody that becomes a member will be invited to join our closed, safe Facebook community. We chat about all things there. It's a way for me to be able to give out announcements, dates, remind people passwords are changing, ask people what they thought to X, Y, or Z dances or sessions or whatever. You can chat amongst yourselves. Again, we had pictures of puppies the other week. If you've got a puppy, you need to post a picture of your puppy. So it's just a closed, safe community for everybody to get together. With the Absolute Beginners starting, I've started a separate Facebook group just for the Absolute Beginners. I thought it would be quite useful to have a place just for the Absolute Beginners where we can sort of talk about absolute beginner things. I would suggest the Absolute Beginners join both groups, but the Absolute Beginner group is dedicated just for the Absolute Beginners. And then overall, the membership, it was born out of my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel was 7 years old. We've got 7,700, and I think the number was 7,752 subscribers as of about 3 hours ago, last time I checked. We've got well over 600 videos, about 560 of them are public videos that anybody can view, and there's quite a few videos now that are unlisted private videos just for the members only. The membership helps support the YouTube channel. It helps me create content, and it just takes it to the next level. So for all my members, for anybody that's joined, I really appreciate that support. I will drop in at that stage what I teach on the Live Teachers potentially what I teach in the absolute beginners will find its way onto YouTube in the end. It will become a public domain video, but the members get the whole thing. They get the whole session. They get all my mistakes. Did I mention mistakes? I'm sure I did. They get the teach, they get the dance through with verbal instructions, and then they get the freestyle dance through without me verbally instructing. All in one place, one video straight through. When I edit it to YouTube, it gets split into 3. The teach, the dance through with verbal instructions, and the freestyle become 3 separate videos. I add adverts, and then people have to go and find, they watch the teach, and then they have to go and find the dance through with verbal instructions, etc. So it's far easier, and the value I think is added via not having any adverts and having everything in one place. I think in a nutshell, that's the membership. I think I did that better than earlier. I was done all over the place earlier, so first time, 2 p.m. question and answer was just practice. This is the real thing. Don't tell them I said that. Okay, so let's answer some questions, because that's what we're here. Now, I haven't actually seen any comments. No, okay, I'm going to have to check another way. Have I got... Oh, Diane's watching. I have one comment from Diane. Yeah, there's quite a few people watching on Facebook, which is good. I had nobody on Facebook earlier, or not that I could see. Yeah, if you've got any questions about anything I've just said, anything membership, anything line dance, to be honest, drop them in the comments, and at the end I'll review the comments in the videos before I sign off. So I did have some pre-requested questions. Not many, I have to say. It's a question and answer session. I think I had 3 questions, which was a little bit of a shame, but never mind. So, first question wasn't really membership related, but I think it's still worth talking about. Dawn asked, why do some instructors not like to count it out? I like that term, count it out. I like that. I've been watching you and doing okay, but with the live local woman, she doesn't count much except when we start. So first things I'd say is I don't count much. I should count more. I feel like I want to count more. But I think it's a personal choice. I think every line dance instructor teaches in their style. There's no right or wrong. There's no worldwide accreditation. There are accreditations in different countries. In the UK, we've got 2 or 3 different accreditations, but they're optional. There's no legally binding. You don't have to have an accreditation. You don't have to be trained by a body. The way I teach, I've been teaching 20 years in November coming, 19 and a half years, that's flown by, that has. I've been dancing since 1996, so that's, 28 years. My teaching is very much based on the back of people that I learned with back in the day when I was going to lessons, in my first 8 years before I started teaching. I have been to classes since then, but not as often. But yeah, I pick up what I see people doing, what works, what does well, what I like, what I think is a good way of doing it. My teaching style has also evolved and changed over the last 19 and a half years. Again, see different bits and bobs out. You do things that work, you do them more, you do things that don't work, you do them less. I would like to count more, but generally I have to say I don't feel it's needed. When I teach in person, obviously when I'm teaching online, it's very difficult to say whether it's needed because I can't see what's going on. But when I teach in person, you teach the dance, you break it down, you put it together. 9 times out of 10, 99 out of 100, everybody gets it without a detailed breakdown of the counts. If there's a tricky set of counts, or if the whole dance has got lots of and counts in weird places, then I will do a wall with the numbers. It definitely helps me. But if I feel everybody's got the timing and the rhythm and the steps all in the right place, I don't generally go down that route myself. Like I say, I feel I should do more, but it just doesn't happen. So I hope that answers your question, Dawn. Joan asked, where is it being held? Now, I wasn't quite sure whether Joan was talking about the question and answer session. If she was, live on Facebook and YouTube, hope you're here. Or whether she was talking about where the membership or the events are located. So, top line answer, the membership is based online. I've got members around the world. I've got, from my founding members and my new members, I've got America, Canada, Sweden, I think one of the new members was Australia, which I was quite happy about. Germany, got a couple in Germany now. Lots in the UK, I have to say. Scotland, that's the UK, I know. So yeah, we're around the world. I'd like more around the world. If you're watching around the world and you want to join, please do. If you're watching in the UK and you want to join, please do. I'm not going to turn anybody away, but I love the fact that we are beaming out across the world. Like I say, I'm loving the fact we've got Canada, America, and I will double check that, I think it was Australia. So yeah, everything is online. Where it's being recorded, I'm based in Essex in England, so that's down south, just under London. I live Billericay, and my 2 classes, I run 2 actual in-person classes. They started as absolute beginner classes last September. They've now just completed 6 months, and they're not absolute beginners anymore because they know all the basic steps. My 2 classes are in Runwell, which is near Wickford, so somewhere in between, I suppose, Southend and Chelmsford. That might help you, it might not, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know quite what question Joan was answering, but there's 3 answers there, so hopefully I've covered it one way or the other. And then my last question came to me only this morning via email, and I thought it was a beautiful question to pop in on a question and answer session. So V emailed me and asked, "Hi Richard, I wasn't able to share your broadcast via Chromecast on Wednesday, and it was quite hard to follow you on a small screen. I don't have a mirror screen option either. Do all your lessons get posted or live streamed through YouTube or Facebook, as either of these work?" So, yeah, if you're thinking about joining the membership, brilliant, welcome aboard. Would love to have you here. I would say, there's no right or wrong, it's entirely up to you, but for me, I think a phone is too small. If that's your only device, I think it might work for you, but it is quite small. Ideally, you'd have something that you can set up on a work surface and use that as like your front, your front wall, your stage. For me, an iPad, something along those lines, the Android version of, that should work quite well. That's a big enough screen. If you can cast us to your TV, even better, bring it on, the bigger the better. I did have a photo of me, I think during lockdown, where someone had me on a 50-inch TV, which was quite scary, to be honest. But yeah, if you can cast me to your TV, brilliant. When we live stream, so the Wednesday teachers are live streamed in 2 places. They go live on Everything Line Dance dedicated dance streaming service. So if you can open a web page on your TV, or if you can open a web page on your device and you can throw that to your TV, Everything Line Dance should work. I have a backup broadcast on a Wednesday. When we started the first 5 weeks, first couple of weeks were fine, but weeks like 3, 4 and 5, we had terrible signal issues. When I go live on 4 and 5G. I've got a 4G Wi-Fi dongle and a 5G on my phone. So I think the first few weeks we had problems because of O2 cell signal. Since week 5, touch wood, it's all been good. Please don't let me down next week. Have had a few blips, but we've known what they are. So as a backup, as well as the Everything Line Dance, I would say if you can watch on Everything Line Dance, if you can get that onto your TV or you can get that up on your iPad or your laptop, that's, I would say, the best way, the most stable way. We have no problems with streaming music on Everything Line Dance because that's what it's there for. It's a dedicated dance streaming service. If you can't get that onto your TV or whatever, we also live stream into our private member-only Facebook group. That's my backup. Sometimes Facebook cuts me off. I think it's done it 3 times in 17 weeks. Sometimes halfway through a teacher will go, "No, we don't like this." And the Facebook police cut me off. We have had it once where it didn't like the music, which I get because it is copyrighted. Sometimes most of the time we get away with it, but every now and again Facebook go, "No, cutting you off." So like I say, for me, Everything Line Dance is your best way to watch the membership. But the Facebook group, the backup, is there for that reason. And it's also there in case we have any signal problems. I've got 2 bites of the cherry. If one doesn't work, hopefully the other one is. Plus all that, we then do catch up. So thereafter, I get it onto YouTube and then it's in catch up. So if you can't put Facebook and you can't put Everything Line Dance onto your TV, but you can watch YouTube, then watch the catch-ups. It makes no difference to me whether you watch live or not. If you watch live, it's nice to see a few comments, a few people in the house, but it actually makes no difference to me if you just watch the catch-ups. Okay, you're all very quiet. You're all very quiet. Are you all still there? Please still all be there. So they were the 3 questions that I'd been asked online on my Facebook post asking for questions. Had a question pop up this morning in the question and answer, which was a good question. So for my free taster sessions last week, I ummed and ahed, and for a long time I wasn't planning to, but at the last minute, O2 had Wi-Fi data maintenance in the area, and I was quite nervous that the live was not going to go ahead because of that reason. So at the last minute, I decided I would throw out and invite the 420 people that had registered across the two events, the Live Teach and the Absolute Beginner Week 1. I'd invite them to watch On Everything Line Dance. So I gave out our sign-in details and passwords. They're still active, so if you've got them, you can go in and you can have a play around, you can watch the catch-ups and whatnot on Everything Line Dance. But because it is a private members subscription, because the doors close on Thursday, I am going to revoke that access. I'm going to change the password on Wednesday. So if you've joined, welcome. If you joined, oh, I got a new member, I forgot to say. So I'm shouting out my new members. As I get new members, I'm shouting out, I'm welcoming them. So I think everybody's welcomed, except one that I got this afternoon, Carol. Welcome, Carol. So pleased you're here. Thank you for joining. So because we've got Live Teach Wednesday night and then Absolute Beginner on Thursday, and they are members only events, I will be changing the password on Wednesday morning. If you've already registered, or when you register, you'll get a welcome email with lots of information, lots of web links and things for you to look at. The old password will be on there that is currently active, and the new password will be on there that will be active at some stage on Wednesday. So Wednesday night when I live stream at 8:30 p.m. GMT UTC. If you're around the world, you'll have to work out what time 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time or Universal Time is in your time zone. The old password will work until the new password kicks in. It will only be one or the other. So if the new password doesn't work, try the old password, or vice versa. They're pretty good. When I have to email to request the password change, I'll send it about 8 o'clock in the morning. Normally by 10, 11 o'clock, I've had an email back say, yeah, it's changed. So by the time we get to our Live Teach, the new password will be active. So if you want to join us, Live Teach on Wednesday the 6th of March, or Absolute Beginner Week 2, Thursday the 6th of March. No. Wednesday the 6th for the Live Teach, Thursday the 7th for the Absolute Beginner Week 2. If you want to join us for those events, please subscribe. So, something I didn't say earlier when I was talking about the subscription, so I'll just jump back. See, I'm jumping all over the place now. So the subscription, the monthly fee is £12.50. Everything's included. £12.50 if you join us during this door opening session. Doors close on Thursday the 7th of March. If you join us before Thursday the 7th of March, your payment will always be, for as long as you're with us, £12.50. It will never, ever, ever go up. That is your joining pay rate, and you will stay there. If technology goes up, if what I pay for Zoom and Everything Line Dance, if the hall hire goes up, if the associated costs go up, I may have to put that price up. I'm reopening the doors in September and again next March. Only the new members will pay the new rate. Your rate of pay, if you're joining us during this door opening session, will always be £12.50. Never change. Like I say, September, it may go up, it may not. I'm not anticipating it going up in September, but it might. Who knows? Who knows? Cost of living, cost of electric, who knows what's going to go on between now and then. But no, whatever you join at is your rate of pay, your subscription cost for the lifetime. For as long as you're here, that is your payment level. Hope that makes sense. Okay, I've got something written on there. It looks like Tuesday Toes. It might have been a question, but I don't know what it says. I really don't know what that says. So, let me have a look at the live feeds. What is the time? Well, we've done half an hour. Let me see if there's any questions. So if you have got questions, if I've said anything there that you would like me to clarify, please get your question on Facebook or YouTube quick, because I'm about to check. Let's have a look. There's me live. 2 comments. Oh, hang on. Turn down the volume, because you don't want to hear me listening to myself. Where's the... Okay, so Diane, thank you for engaging. Thank you for interacting. Diane says, hello, Richard, and yes, I'm still here, which was in me asking, is everybody still there? So I've got no questions on Facebook, so everybody must be quite happy, know what the membership's all about, and hopefully ready to go and subscribe. Let me just check YouTube. Excuse me 1 second. Something going on YouTube. Okay, that's interesting. So I went live at 2 o'clock today. And as yet, YouTube has not put that live onto the YouTube channel. It says I'm still live from 6 hours ago. And now, can I find, view your channel, can I find this live? Okay, hang on. Yeah, there's this live. Yeah, the question and answer session we did earlier hasn't gone onto YouTube, which is a shame because I'd like it to be on there for catch up for anybody that hasn't seen this to watch back if they want to. Let's have a look. Is there any questions? I can't see any comments whatsoever. Let me just put a comment in there because sometimes if you put a comment, then the floodgates open. Well, I've got no questions. I'll give you a couple of minutes. If you've got a question, if you want to ask me something about membership, line dance, anything you like, pop it in now. Excuse me while I slurp my tea yet again. Tell you, I've been live all day today, and all I've done is drink tea, which isn't a bad thing. So yeah, as the membership stands at the moment, like I say, we've still got, I think, well, what is it, Saturday? We've still got about 5 days before the doors close. We started with 35 founding members. We lost a couple through different reasons, and we've now taken on 9 new members. I think that will carry on trickling through. I think we'll take on a few new members each day. I think the last day we'll probably take on the most. We might go a little bit mad that day. But yeah, don't leave it till the end. Please don't leave it till the end, especially if you want to join the live teach on Wednesday or the Absolute Beginner Week 2 on Thursday. If you do miss that, you'll get it in catch up. Everything's available to you in catch up. But it'd be much nicer if you subscribe now. Ah, good question, Jane. I'm liking that question. I will answer that in one second. So yeah, if you are ready to subscribe, the link is in the description of this video, but you need to go to the website, www.learntoLineDanceWithRichard.co.uk. What I didn't say, which was really bad of me, again, I'm jumping about now. When you go to the website, there's a subscribe here box. The subscription is powered by PayPal. There's 2 PayPal buttons. One is a yellowy gold button that says subscribe via PayPal. The one underneath is like a blacky blue button and it says credit debit card. If you have a PayPal account, if you like PayPal and use PayPal, sign up via your PayPal account, click on the yellow button, sign into your PayPal, and that's your subscription. If you do it that way, you get to manage that subscription. Hopefully nobody will ever want to cancel, but fact of life, people might at some stage. If you're not getting the use out of the membership, if you're not getting value from it, you're not using it, then I wouldn't expect you to stay. If you subscribe via your PayPal account, you can then go in and cancel that. If you haven't got PayPal, oh, Jane's already a member. Excellent. Oh, you do, interesting, Jane. Okay. You don't get the updates. Okay. I didn't know you weren't on Facebook. That's interesting. If you don't use PayPal, if you don't like PayPal, you can still sign up via a debit credit card. You can click on the button and go through. It will ask you, do you want to open a PayPal account? But you can just say no to that. That's fine. If you sign up by credit debit card, 2 things. First of all, you won't have an ability to cancel it because you haven't got an account. You've got nothing to log in to actually cancel it. But I can. So if you want to cancel for whatever reason, drop me an email, let me know why, just because it's nice to know, and I'll cancel it my end. It won't be a problem. It's quick and easy to do. I can just cancel it. Have had a couple of problems with that with our founding members where they've tried to cancel it via the bank, and it's all got a very, well, at one stage we had a case almost go fraud, but it wasn't. But the bank didn't really understand what it was, I don't think. But no, you can just drop me an email and I can cancel it at my end. Same as I can pause it. I've currently got a member that is off sick. They messaged to say they're going to have to cancel, they can't dance at the moment, and we agreed that I'll just pause the membership for a few months, give them 2-3 months to recuperate, see how they feel. So I can pause memberships if there's a reason to do so, and then recommence it. So Jane has just asked a good question, a very good question. What happens if I haven't got Facebook? Now, out of my original 35 founding members, I only thought I had one person that didn't do Facebook, and that was Cecilia. Apparently Jane doesn't either, so apologies to you, Jane. So Facebook is my community hub. Facebook is where I put lots of posts, where we vote on the dances. So Facebook is kind of integral to the membership, but I email out. I don't email members out often, once, maybe twice a month. I try to email out everything that is relevant. So with password changes, I send an email. So Jane, you should have every month, around, the password usually changes around the 8th, 9th, 10th of the month. Should have an email come out. I always put in the title of the email, the subject, password change. So if you search back on your emails for password change, you should find them. Without the password, if you haven't got Facebook, without the password, you can't use the membership because you can't get into Everything Line Dance and everything. You've not received emails. Jane, have you never received an email from me? I will write your name down and I will look into that. Maybe I've got your email address wrong. Do hope not. I will investigate. When I get home, I will investigate that and I'll send you an email and work out what we're doing and start again. So if you're not on Facebook, I send out a monthly email. On that monthly email, I tell you the password change because, like I say, you need that password to watch the lives. I send out the dates of the Zoom catch-up, the Blast from the Past, the revision night. I send out links to the Zoom. I try, and this is where I possibly am not as good as I need to be, and I will try to be better. I will try to send out anything that isn't on Everything Line Dance, so the Blast from the Past and the revision night. I will try to send out a YouTube link. I do try to do that. I'm not sure how well I've been doing, and if Jane hasn't been getting my email, she won't be able to tell me. I say, Jane, I will sort you out. I'll send you an email in a little bit and try and work out where we are and what's going wrong there. Like I say, if you're on Facebook, that is the best way. I did look when I started the membership. It was very, I wanted to use the term knee-jerk. I shouldn't use that. I had a haul. I was paying for a haul, and I needed to find something to do with it. And the membership was something that had been in the back of my mind probably for a fair while because I'd done online stuff. I'd been doing the YouTube channel for 7 years. I'd done a lot of standalone videos where I just talked to camera and uploaded it, and people like that, and the views are all good. And then during lockdown, I did 14 weeks worth of live lessons. To start with, it was just me in a hall on my own, and then when we were allowed to, I was allowed to have some dancers back socially distanced, reduced numbers. So I did 14 weeks worth of different level classes online. So the membership, the idea of doing online classes was there all the time. And because we've got over 7,000 subscribers, I felt there was an audience that might take it up, and 35 of them did, which was amazing, and more are now. Where was I going with that? How did I start that conversation? No, don't know how I started that conversation. Can anybody remember what prompted me to go down that line of thought? Online, YouTube, whole knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I don't think there's any more questions. I haven't seen any comments. You lot are very quiet, I have to say. I'm not used to this. When we go online, when we do Everything Line Dance on a Wednesday, and when I do my Facebook bits and my YouTube bits, my members do interact with me. They do tell me what they're thinking, and they let me know if I've gone wrong, and they laugh when I've gone wrong, and they tell me whether they like the dances, and I like that. It's quite weird. I'm very good. I've just spent the last 38 minutes talking to a camera. I'm quite good at it, aren't I? I can talk for England. It's quite nice as well because I've got nobody to interrupt me. But I do then lose my train of thought quite regular. Again, I lost my train of thought. But it's me and a camera. And when I teach line dancing, when I teach for the membership, it's me and a camera. There's nobody in the hall. I literally, I get my previous class, my Absolute Beginner class leaves, I lock the door behind them, and it's me in a hall. So actually those comments, that interaction is good. And it's also very good for YouTube. Facebook to a point, but YouTube more so. If YouTube see that my videos are getting comments and they're getting likes, it knows people are interacting, it knows people are liking them, and that actually bumps me up the algorithm and it shows more people my videos. So I do encourage my members to talk lots because it helps me. Okay, I think we're done. We've had a few people on Facebook, we've had a few people on YouTube, so thank you for joining me. Hope that was useful. I have got some more sessions. You may or may not need them. I've got 2 Zoom sessions on Monday. So I've got an Absolute Beginner Zoom session. I did one today, but I've got the second one on Monday at 8 PM. So that's Monday the 4th. Yeah, Monday the 4th of March at 8 PM. It's on Zoom. If you've registered on the website for information or you've joined as a member, I have sent you the links as to how to get onto that Zoom. If you can't find them, drop me a message and I'll send them again. We also have a general Zoom, so if you've watched this, if I've answered some of your questions, but you still want to talk to me a little bit more, you want to ask some questions face to face, just want to grab a gin and tonic and come join me for an hour, more than welcome. We've got a general Zoom meeting Monday, 7 p.m, Monday the 4th of March 2024 at 7 p.m. Again, the links have gone out. If you haven't had them, let me know, I can send them through. Or if you go to the website, www.learntolinedancewithrichard.co.uk, link is in the description. If you go onto the website, on the homepage, down the bottom, there's a register for information. If you pop your details in there, if you're not on my email list, you then will be, and I'll make sure those details come out to you. But more importantly, if you're ready to subscribe, if you've heard everything you need to do, if you've done the taster lessons, you've enjoyed them, you can see the value, you can see the benefit, you think you'd use it, and that's the big thing, you think you'd use it. I don't want you to join if you're not going to use it. I want you to join if you can see the benefit, you can see what you're going to get out of it. Yeah, if you're ready, do me a favour, go over to the website, learntolinedancewithrichard.co.uk, hit that subscribe button, come join us. Thank you for being here with me tonight. Have a good weekend, and I will catch up with you all soon. Good night. Take care all.